They say grief is a natural response to losing someone who's important to you. The emotional suffering you feel when someone you love is taken away. There are 5 stages. Stage 1, denial. Stage 2, anger and loneliness. Stage 3, depression. I'm currently on stage 4, reconstruction and working through. Will I be able to accomplish these 5 things I stopped doing for a while to reach stage 5? Today, I challenged myself to read a book. I've never really liked reading and only started to do so when I got older. I chose to read this book called Educated by Tara Westover because someone once told me that education is very important. It is the one thing that no one can ever take away from you. This is my drive and motivation. I grew up an introvert. I barely spoke my mind. And then, someone encouraged me to practice journal writing to express my feelings better. And it did. I go by the saying, if you're overthinking, write. If you're underthinking, read. I've always loved cars and cleaning. Growing up, I was more interested in cars than playing with dolls. I was taught the importance of good maintenance of cars, especially once I get to own one myself. For me, it is not a chore. I actually enjoy doing it. I make sure that my cars are squeaky clean, especially when I'm about to use it. I've learned how to drive at 14, and since then, I've been driving non-stop. I have not driven a car since August of 2019, and I stopped for a while. If you know me, you'd know how much I love it. I'd always drive for my friends after school and for my family on road trips. Doing it again now feels so foreign but good. It brings back so many fun memories. I tend to overthink a lot, and I love the calm that driving brings me because I get to focus on the road and forget about everything else even for a while. Back in high school, my go-to place after school was Starbucks. I would stay there and wait until my sisters finished their training. I would also finish my homeworks or hang out. Going here today feels like going for the first time because of how much I've avoided going since I've lost someone I love dearly. They say that grief is a natural response to losing someone that's important to you. It's the emotional suffering you feel when someone you love is taken away. The pain of loss can feel overwhelming and experience all kinds of difficult and unexpected emotions, like sadness or loneliness, and experience it for a number of different reasons. All these challenges were the activities that I used to do with my lolo, and I stopped doing them for a while because it reminded me of him. My lolo was my father figure and best friend. I grew up with him, and I describe our relationship as a tight-knit bond. He was very present in my and my siblings' upbringing, from birthdays to graduations to dance competitions, travels, and to every important milestones in our lives. He even taught me how to drive when I was only 14, and the following day, allowed me to drive going to school, and since then, he would let me take over the wheel. He would also tell me stories of how he used to drive big trucks when he was in the army. Learning how to drive at a young age had brought so much fun memories in my teenage years, and that is all thanks to my lolo. As I was able to drive with my friends, even after school, but my lolo would only allow me if I make sure to clean the car after I use it. Lastly, he was always my Starbucks date after school, and wait till my sisters finished their class. Sometimes we would chat for hours, and sometimes we would sit in silence while I do my homeworks and he reads his daily newspapers. Avoiding these activities for such a long time made me realize how much I've deprived myself of my own fun and happiness. Now, I realize that doing that makes me feel closer to him. All that there is left to do is find acceptance and hope. a very gradual acceptance of the new way of life, and a feeling of possibility in the future. Life is so fast-paced, and it's been more than 2 years since my lolo passed away. Sometimes I worry that I'll forget our timeless memories together. Then I recall that that would be impossible. Because I remember him when I drive, when I go to Starbucks, or when I see elderlies reading newspapers. I remember him and the things we used to do, and now I've accepted that it may never happen again with him. But I could carry on and pass on our little traditions to my other loved ones. That way, we keep his memory alive with us for as long as we live.